I just got done skating the new Vans Lizzy, but I did not skate them long enough to break them down long enough to see what is under this Dura cap and what is it in this shoe that makes it so that these high wear areas are more durable. So let's go ahead and peel it apart piece by piece and see what piece of this shoe is what makes it more durable, or are they just kind of like the same pieces that they use for every shoe. But one thing I think, there's something in this Dura cap that makes it stay in this shape, and we're gonna find out what it is. So let's go ahead and find out what's inside these Lizzies. First off, let's go ahead and start by cutting these laces off. Oh yeah, that's right. I replaced them with my laces. So if you want some good skate shoe laces that are gonna last you a long time, then go to the link in my bio where you can get some laces that are gonna last you a long time. Because these shoelaces are the laces that the Lizzies came with. And as you can see, super easy to cut. But if you try to do that to my shoelace, a lot harder to cut. It's possible to cut them. Like it's a possible thing to cut them. Like see this one almost got cut. If you do want shoelaces that are going to last you a lot longer of a time, then go to the link in my bio where you can get them for like 12 bucks. First things first, let's go ahead and cut out the tongue and this toe cap piece where we can find out what exactly is in this toe cap, because that's honestly what I'm most curious about. But check it out. It has these like straps in there that make it so that your tongue stays in place really well, which honestly is something that you don't really think about because a lot of shoe companies do it. But if a shoe doesn't have it, it's pretty easy to notice because you will feel like your shoe, your tongue of your shoe is like falling off. Oh, hold on. First, before we get to the toe, let's look at this freaking insole that they gave us, all right? Now, I'm no scientist, but if you were to ask me, how many trees are we saving with each one of these insoles? Not enough, because that's the thickest part of the insole. Yeah, these were not very good insoles. And as you know, I'm trying to make an insole right now, and there's no way I would use this material if it was one of the options for me to make an insole out of. Look at this. This isn't helping. I mean, it makes sense that like Lizzie was cool with this because like she said in the description for the shoe, she wanted her foot to feel closer to the board because she felt like she was floating on a cloud when she was on her board, but that was like a bad thing. She didn't want to feel like she was floating on a cloud. So she made the insole a lot thinner so she could get really good board feel. Makes sense for a vert skater because most of the time you're knee sliding, so I mean, you probably still take a lot of impact, but it's probably not as bad as just flat to the ground. I'm not sure though, because I can't skate vert. It is terrifying. There you go. Tongue out. Tongue, a piece of canvas with a pretty little pattern on the back. Look at that. Very cute. Huh? Very nice. The stitches are like all skateboarding stitches. Not super special, just normal stitches. They get cut off like every other skateboard shoe stitches. And also like, you can grow an audience without saying to subscribe, but like, subscribe. Me and Danny appreciate it. Okay, check this out. This is actually interesting. So instead of like the piece of the toe cap material just being stitched right here, it's actually stitched all the way back here. Which you can see these stitches, but usually like that's just for show or for showing this weight on top. But the actual piece that's inside the shoe is all the way back there, which is actually pretty cool. It's like the shoe is very structured while at the same time being very like super loose. Here's the change of plans. Instead of starting with the toe cap, we're gonna come back to that because I can't get to it from this angle. But we're gonna take apart the rest of this upper and see what's inside this like foam embedded Vans wave, because there's like something in here. I'm so terrified of cutting towards myself, and I'm doing it, and it's such a terrible idea. If you're cutting something, don't cut towards yourself, boys and girls, friends, pals, whoever's there. I love all of you, thank you. Also, I used this knife for a bunch of TikToks to show how strong my shoelaces were. It was a bad idea, because TikTok, banned me for a little bit, shadow banned me, and it was pretty whack. Dang it, how am I gonna do this? Ah, I poked myself. Terrified me. Oh wait, hold on. This piece is cool. It says Armanto on it. This is probably one of the coolest things on this shoe, is that on the back of the heel, she had like a little extra piece of leather that, I mean, I thought it was cool because I thought it was like a cool subtle detail, but in all actuality, like you're never gonna see it. She had like a little piece of leather on the inside that says Armanto, and I thought that was cool. And then the other shoe says Lizzie. Who would have thought? It'd be weird if it said something else. All right, let's check out what's in the back of this heel. Maybe there's something in here, because usually in the back of skateboarding shoes, there's a piece of material in the heel, making it so that your heel feels nice and secure back there. Looks like they decided to skip that with these, huh? Because I don't really feel anything back there. Let's go ahead and take a little peek inside and see what's going on under the hood of Lizzie's heel. There is a little piece of foam. A little tiny itty bitty piece of foam. Hold on, let me get deeper so we can, wow, that was dangerous. So we can confirm what is back there. We're almost there. Almost there. There, okay, let's get this heel off. Oh wow, look at that. It's the Lizzie unfolded. Okay, let's just slice directly through the middle of it. This is half of what is supposed to be in the back of your heel for support. As you can tell by it flopping around, there's not a lot of stuff in this. As a matter of fact, there's pretty much nothing in this. There's some folded up material that was used in the shoe, like for the canvas, right here. And then there's just this little piece of suede and this little really, really flimsy piece of cardboard. Kind of looks like a tortilla. But it's just this. It's this. This. This is the only piece of material in the heel that's supposed to give you any heel support. So, understandable why this upper felt kind of flimsy. Heel didn't have a lot of support. Kind of makes sense as to why I felt like these were a little floppy-doppy. Okay, now it's just a chancla. It's like a little slipper. So we got the upper off of the shoe. Typically, a lot of uppers feel like this. They feel very soft, like just like it's a little piece of material, like a little piece of a blanket that just came off of a piece of an outsole. But the thing about this is, these feel extra soft. Like extra flimsy, extra, not a lot of structure to it. I don't remember if they broke in easy, but I do remember that after they broke in, they were very, very soggy. So this upper being like this, is probably why it's kind of a soggy upper. There is some piece of structure in here, and it's in this Vans Wave. Now, does this Vans Wave have something in there that's kind of concrete? Maybe that's what kind of kept the rest of the shoe put together. You know, I don't know, but we will find out together. Something that you do have is a little bit of foam with another piece of material that feels like canvas, and then it's connected to the other piece of material that is the rest of the canvas on the upper of the shoe. That's what this upper consists of. Nothing too fancy. All right, let's just slice down the middle so we can see what's in the middle of this Vans Wave. Ooh, got it. All right, let's see what's in here. We got something, boys. A piece of rubber. Piece of rubber. That feels pretty consistent with the rubber that the outsole is made out of. I was like, I wonder if it's like a really solid piece of material that's in there, because it felt nice and firm, but it's actually just kind of a little tiny piece of rubber that makes the Vans Wave stick up a little bit, which was kind of cool in my opinion. It looked cool, it looked nice. I think it did look nice. That was a nice touch, I believe. To be honest, I'm trying to just find nice things to say about it because I didn't really like the shoe that much, but it's just, it looks cool. It does look cool. The rest of the pieces on this upper are literally just canvas and this foam. And if you look inside here, there's not much else to the upper, which is insane because I would have thought that there'd be more to the shoe than just that. The last thing to look at is this insole. Now, this is a vulcanized insole and I did not feel any support with it. I absolutely hated the impact protection that this shoe offered. As in, there was no impact protection. This shoe did not offer any. But wait, hold on. Before we get to that, I almost forgot. I wanna look inside this Dura cap and see what's poppin'. Dura cap was actually pretty solid. And I did not think that it was going anywhere anytime soon. So, I think that there's like ooh, this is difficult to cut through, and this is like a very sharp knife. This toe cap is gonna last you a super long time, probably longer than the rest of the shoe. Oh, there's 2 fat pieces of material on this. This is legitimately the coolest part of the shoe. Okay, so this toe cap is the most durable Vans toe cap that I've seen so far. This toe cap has this little ridge, and this little ridge I thought was formed out of the suede. As it turns out, I think it's not, and it is not. This suede is the Duracap suede. It's a lot more firm than normal suede, but it does have another, oh, I see. Oh, so under it, oh my God, that's disappointing. This Duracap suede is very durable suede. I'll hand it to you there. With that being said, underneath it, I thought was another solid piece to help you withstand your skateboard abuse that you do to your shoes, right? That's what I thought. That's what made sense to me. As it turns out, looking at this and looking at this that I just cut, this piece of rubber that we put in the heel, this and this look exactly the same. I think it might be safe to assume that this extra bump of material in here is just the same rubber that's the extra bump of material in the side of the Vans shoe. I was just pointing that, but at the same time, rubber is probably gonna outlast any suede as far as like abrasion goes. If you do break down through the Duracap suede, you still have a whole nother chunk of rubber down here that you'd have to break through. So that's kind of cool. Getting down to the nitty gritty. As you can see, there is a black number 7 inside my Vans shoe. That's because this was insole number 7 that I tested out of the different insoles that I'm trying out to make my insole. So if you want to see how that went, then check out the insole videos that I've been doing and am still doing, and am still having a hard time finding the insole. It's been about 9 months now, but that's okay. We're still gonna make the insole. I'm almost there, don't worry. We're getting there. We are getting there. Thank you everybody that's been asking about it. I appreciate you. But, like I said earlier, this is a vulcanized shoe. Vans usually makes vulcanized shoes. Very rarely. They have like a few cup sole shoes, but for the most part, vulcanized skateboarding shoes. I absolutely hated the impact protection on these shoes. The bottom of this shoe, this part, is super thin. I'll be surprised if it's even any deeper than these ridges. I had to put in the insoles that I was testing out, just so that way I could, well, for one, test out my insoles, but also be able to skate these shoes down anything, or in my case, at any capacity, because I didn't really want to feel the pain of hitting the ground a bunch. Even just hitting the ground like on a little drop, I felt it. And I didn't want my feet to be sore, so I put insoles in. And it saved my feet. And it could save yours too for the low price of, I don't know yet, because I still have to figure out how much money it's gonna cost me to make all these insoles. All skateboarding shoes have like this same type of piece of material that goes on top of the rubber that is the outsole. Now, this is the very bottom of the outsole. And if I look at it at a certain angle, I can see the light shine through it. Here, look at that. You can see through the amount of rubber that's there to supposedly help protect your feet. That is my light shining through the outsole rubber. Now when I go over here, it's gone. Because you got this piece of material up here that is helping maybe a tiny bit, but let's see how thick this is. There's not a lot. Is this helpful? Does this help with your foot and your support on your feet? I don't really think so. Another black layer of something. It just feels stiff. This is cardboard. Listen to the sound it makes when it rips. That is literally like hard cardboard. As you can see, very, very thin bottom of your shoe on some Vans. So if you're going to be skating some Vans, understand they're usually really thin. This is the amount of impact protection that you're going to be getting with a Vans shoe. This alone is not going to help you a lot. This insole itself, I mean, it compresses extremely easily, so it might look like it does have a little bit of girth to help you out, but in all actuality, it's not really helping you out, and it's gonna be a very thin insole, and you're not gonna have that great a time. The shoe itself is put together really well, and it seemed to be pretty damn durable, and this Dura suede is still pretty goddamn good Dura suede. Knowing what I know now, I would not wanna skate these shoes. If I were to see someone tear them apart and see how they were put together, I would, one, want to maybe try them out. I would see this super durable toe cap and think, oh, that's cool, I wanna test that out. And two, I would question the guy cutting them in half, me, and be like, is that actually not enough impact protection? I wanna try it for myself. So I encourage you, try for yourself. Go see if you wanna skate these by trying them out. But until then, if you found this maybe helpful, leave a comment down below what shoes you want me to slice up next, and subscribe. I love you, and I'll see you in another video soon. Okay, bye. If you've watched this far, leave a comment saying, "Oh, necklace, you're the bestest." People read the comments without watching the whole video and be like, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, I love you, bye.